When juju fails and the person who sent it starts begging to undo it, you already know the spiritual Gbos has entered another dimension, my people. A new twist has now entered the Lizzy, Anjorin and Iyabo Ojo saga. And this one is not coming from Instagram, gossip blogs, or even Nollywood set. It is coming straight from the source, the shrine itself. Allegedly, a well-known native doctor operating from the outskirts of Ibadan has anonymously confessed that he was once approached by a familiar Nollywood figure to carry out his spiritual assignments. Now, wow, this is getting really, really serious. The target, a woman described as powerful, popular, and strongly connected. Someone who, according to his client, needed to be slowed down spiritually because her shine was too much. This is getting really very, very hot. At the time, the native doctor claimed he was given names and photographs. But strangely, after the spiritual stuff were performed, nothing happened according to the story that is coming out. Instead, they said things reportedly started going in the reverse gear. God. The more they attacked, the more the victim flourished. Now endorsements, a new endorsement started coming in. A lot of things were just happening, on the upward trajectory for this person. Okay? Viral social media wins, family breakthroughs, and peace like never before was what was now happening to this very person. It was the opposite of what was intended that was not happening to this very person, to the consternation of his client and even the native doctor himself. Okay? Then one day, the same client returned. This time, not with demands, but with panic. They have not seen anything yet. With panic, from native doctor to the explain like this. He said with panic, they returned. He said the woman came crying, begging the native doctor to reverse the work. She allegedly said, everything is falling apart. It is like the thing turned against me. Okay. The Babalawo asked her a simple question. Didn't I warn you she might be spiritually covered? So that means at the time they went for this, what has now become a charade now, the native doctor actually gave, excuse me, the native doctor actually won. There are some of these native doctors who are kind enough to tell you, look, this thing may not even work. They may even tell you there's no need of stuff like that. But when you have made up your mind to do something, especially people who have mind to do something bad, they will want to still try their best. Okay. According to the native doctor, he initially refused to speak out, but after the recent online drama and confessions, he could not hold it anymore. Okay, apparently that confession by that best friend must have also rattled the native doctor from the look of things. Okay, so he said he couldn't hold it anymore. He claimed he did not mention names, but those who know, they know. And in his words, even a blind man can connect the dots in the Nollywood, whatever, these days. Now, here is where it gets even mysterious. He added that since the failed assignment, other strange things have started happening around the person who brought the photos. Delays, public disgrace, fading connections. Even people in a corner have started distancing themselves. Okay, I'm sure people are beginning to really, with the way this story is coming up, it will be easy for people to connect the dots, really. They said what they experience now is delays, public disgrace, fading connections. Even people in her corner, listen, he said even people in her corner have started distancing themselves. Wow. It's as if the cause did not just bounce, it came back wearing armor and carrying a whip. This is serious, and it's getting really very, very crazy. There's an old saying that goes this way. When you dig a pit for someone else, make sure you dig two, because you just might fall into one. And in this case, it seems like the first pit refused its guest and sent the visitor home with spiritual bruises. God. Insiders close to Iyabo Ojo, though staying quiet, reportedly say This is why she has not been disturbed by the noise all over the media, including noise by that supposed best friend. They said she's not bothered. She's not rattled at all because she knows the battle left the human stage a long time ago. One friend allegedly quoted her as saying, "I don't talk too much anymore. Heaven has taken over." And truly, the YulEdochie that we know, the typical YulEdochie that we know before the daughter got married, is the type that she is ready for any Gbas anytime, any day. In fact, she's one a lady that I never really had, I didn't really like her much because the impression I had of her was that woman that likes Wahala, That was the image I had, Until recently, that I now started seeing her. I think she has really evolved a lot. She has become more matured, and possibly because of some of these things that are happening on the ground that you and I may not be privy to, is the reason why she has chosen to just keep quiet, and stay calm and cool. Okay, because in our words, like she said, "I don't talk too much anymore. Heaven has taken over." True, true. Be like say God, bless now, Baba God, gone, don't take over her matter, because everything just they go on super well. Okay? If that is true, then this battle is not between actresses. It is between altars. Yes, so big, big altars. And one of the altars is already winning big time. And now the person who thought she was in control of spiritual forces is allegedly begging to reverse what she started. But the scary part, sometimes it is too late. Some spiritual assignments, once rejected by the universe, come back sevenfold. And I think that is what is happening from all we can see. Yoruba wisdom says, when fire refuses to burn, who the fire is sent to, it often finds its way back to the sender's house, this time without mercy. Hey, God. Some social media users have already started speculating that Lizzy Anjorin's current woes might be tied to this exact revelation. That is allegedly now, according to the report that is coming out. Her sudden silence, her social media struggle, the public ridicule from her own bestie, it's almost too neat, too calculated, and too spiritual not to connect. And that is why it is being speculated, and that is why it is being said to be an alleged story, including even that public uh, 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 embarrassment from her ex-bestie. All of them are still within the realm of speculation, the realm of an alleged story, because even though some of us watch some of those videos, but I will just leave it at the realm of speculation and an alleged story for now. Okay? Meanwhile, Iyabo Ojo continues to shine. In all of this, Iyabo Ojo continues to shine. Glowing skin, global recognition, peace of mind, and a social presence that no shrine can touch. Yes, so I've been another say nothing, no shrine, nothing. She's just glowing and glowing every day. She's just enjoying her life. People are now saying this is more than grace. It is a divine return, return to sender saga happening in real time. Okay? And if this anonymous native doctor's confession is anything to go by, then we have not seen the end of it yet. I tell you, my people. Okay? Because when spiritual fire gets misdirected, it does not just go silent, it explodes. So, what does this mean? It means we might be having more explosions ahead of us, except maybe something drastic just happens in the spiritual realm or so. If not, we should be expecting serious, explosion in the days and possibly months ahead. The real question now is, who else is begging behind the scenes? How many other juju plots have failed silently? How many enemies are currently nursing invisible wounds? So many questions, right? But I guess at some stage, these questions must be answered. So in this war of altars, my people, Iyabo Ojo may not be shouting, like I said, she doesn't even shout anymore. All those Gbas wahala. Person they big past something now. It's like there are levels to this thing. And like I said, she has evolved. Without a lot of people knowing it, she has evolved, I tell you. So in this war of altars, Iyabo Ojo may not be shouting, okay, but her silence is thundering through the spirit realm. Yes, the silence is thundering everywhere, and one by one, the arrows meant for her are turning into firewood for her next celebration. And with this, my people, I want to just leave this story here because I don't want the video to be too long. But what I just want to say is that if these are less story, if these rumors, if this speculation that is unfolding right now is anything to go by, if it is true, then it means we might just, get ready for the beginning of another round of Gbos. Even though, excuse me, sorry about that. Even though Iyabo Ojo will not, return fire for fire, but in our own way, whether it is through the altar of prayer, or whether it is through the altar of just praying to our God, I tell you, it might be either fight in the physical world or in the spiritual realm. But I trust that the Iyabo Ojo that we know will always give an answer, even in silence. Okay? So what do you think about this unfolding story and and the whole thing? What do you think? What do you think about it? Okay, do you think these people are going too far about this whole thing? What exactly is your thought at this moment? Please feel free to go to the comment section and leave your thought right there. Yeah, hopefully, Yours Sincerely will meet you and we'll be able to take this conversation further. God bless you as we leave your thoughts. Okay, bye bye.